Hello, welcome to IBFU. I'm Coach, and I'll be fed up. Today, I'm going to talk about riots. And I'll be fed up with these people talking about protests when they're really riots. Okay, and you go back, it's not hard to find examples of riots. Protests, as I said in my previous video, protests are peaceful, riots are not. And when people commit violent acts during a protest, it is no longer a protest, it's now a riot. And, it's always been real interesting to me, certain things that take place concerning riots. You go back to the 80s, and, they had riots on campuses in California. And the leaders of the universities and the colleges that were involved in that were all meeting with President Reagan. No, may have been in the 60s or 70s, and it was Governor Reagan. But Ronald Reagan was in there talking to these leaders of the universities, and they said, why didn't you not stop this? And the university leaders were saying, well, we didn't know it was going to be that bad. He said, how could you not know? They have been telling you for weeks, this is what we're going to do. And you did not make any preparations to stop it. Riots are pretty easy to stop. You don't let them get started. They were having a lot of trouble with riots in New York. Rudy Giuliani said, this is how we're going to handle it. And he had lists, we're going to do these things. And he did those things, and they immediately stopped. Law enforcement's got to get enough backbone to say, we're not going to allow this here, and we are going to stop it before it gets started. But that's another issue. As far as the people committing the crimes, and rioting is a crime, people need to understand the difference between protest and riot. And when you start throwing firebombs at things, at buildings and cars and stuff, it's no longer a protest. Ferguson, Missouri, they called it a protest. It was not a protest. It was a riot. And the interesting thing is most riots actually cause more harm to the whatever they're claiming to try to support than they do help. In Ferguson, Missouri, they were supposed to be helping the Black community. They burned cars, they burned down businesses, and all of the businesses that were destroyed were Black business owners. All the cars that were destroyed belonged to Black members of the community. But they were there to help and support the Black community. That's a lie. They just went in there to damage things. And most of the time, the rioters, they do what they do because they have anonymity, because they're in a crowd. A mob is courageous. But when people that are there for a different reason, like to peacefully protest, when people start trying to stir up a riot, the peaceful people need to leave. If they do, a lot of the other people will follow them. And you can, as a member of the, quote, protest, you can curb some of that. But the fact is, the news media is outright liars. Well, this is a peaceful protest. They have a legal right to protest. They have a legal right to protest. They do not have a legal right to riot. And when they start being violent, it is no longer a protest. I'm telling you, America's going to have to step up, and good citizens in America are going to have to step up and stop these, because they can be stopped, and police can stop them. riots are pretty easy to stop if you stop them in the very beginning. And it's easy to see because you're going to have one person inciting this riot. You arrest them and take them out. The other people don't get so involved. Thanks for listening. I'm Coach, and I'll be fed up. I'm going to ask you if you will please like and subscribe. Thank you.